Anyway mga kabarya, isang magandang morning po ng Miyerkules. Ngayon ay June 30, 2021. Sa video na ito, tatalakayin natin ang ating mga nakalap na stock news, stock balita, catalyst, and fundamentals ng ating PSE Stock Market Philippines. At patungkol ito sa ating stock na si ASEN, ang ating RCB, si JFC, ang ating ALI, at pati na rin ang ating house. Yan naman. Saka dito pala guys sa ating Kabarya Avenue PH YouTube channel, sinishare natin yung ating experience at dinodocument yung ating pag-aaral sa mga nakita nating pangmasang Pinoy investment at potential digital assets in investment na pwede tayong kumita kagaya ng stock market, Pag-ibig MP2 Savings and Investment Program, GCash Investment, cryptocurrencies and altcoins gaya ng Bitcoin, Cardano, Dogecoin, Binance, Litecoin, Chainlink and Ethereum, at iba pang pangmasang Pinoy investment. Kaya guys, kung trip at korsonada mo ng ganitong mga content, pwede mo ring pindutin yung red subscribe button dyan sa baba para ma-update ka pa ng ating mga latest na ina-upload na video tungkol sa ating pag-aaral ng mga pangmasang Pinoy investment at potential digital assets in investment naman. Alright, bago natin umpisahan guys, huwag nyo palang kalimutang basahin yung disclaimer na nasa screen ng ating video. Good day sa inyo guys, at muli tayo ay nagbabalik para sa mga nakalap nating stock news, stock balita, catalyst, and fundamentals para sa ating PSE Stock Market Philippines. Ngayon ay June 29, 2021, Wednesday. Unahin natin ang nakalap nating stock balita na nanggaling sa ating business world. Ito ay para sa stock nating si AC Energy, ang ating ASEN. Ito ay naitala June 28, 2021. At ang topic ng ating unang stock balita, AC Energy investors take profit after sustained increase. I-check natin ang nilalaman ng stock balitang ito para kay ASEN. Basahin natin ito. Market players cash in last week on AC Energy Corporation after sustained uptrend seen in previous weeks. A total of 144.49 million AC Energy shares with 1.21 billion pesos exchange hand from June 21 to 25. Data from Philippine Stock Exchange PSE showed, making the firm the third most active traded issue last week in the local bourse. On a weekly basis, the share price of Ayala Corporation's energy platform dropped by 3.8% to 8.18 pesos per share last Friday, from its June 18 closing price of 8.50 pesos apiece. Since the first trading of the year, the stock has fallen by nearly a fifth. Ito under correction pa dito ang price action ng ating ASEN o under consolidation ito guys, no? Kaya kung korsonada ninyong mag-invest ng pang long term na stock dito sa ating PSE Stock Market Philippines, maganda namang i-consider ninyo si ASEN hanggat nandito pa siya sa correction level na 8 pesos per share o nasa area pa ng 8 pesos bago ito makatawid dito guys, no? Ito yung magandang chance para maglagay pa tayo ng investment kay AC Energy o ang ating stock na si ASEN. Okay, tuloy natin. This week's movement is likely a minor correction of 3 weeks of uptrend due to issue being slightly overbought and some participants lacking in gains. Though for the medium term, we see the uptrend continuing. First Resources Management and Securities Corporation equity analyst Kyle L. Maamo said in an emailed interview, AC Energy was able to maintain its uptrend previously because of fundamentally it is a healthy growth company in the integrated power sector, and investors were recognizing its value, especially as it is on track to meet its renewables capacity goal of 5,000 megawatts by year 2025 with 50% already realized, he said. Ito yung lagi nating dinidiscuss guys, na napakalaki ng kanilang project venture at yung target nilang capacity na mag-provide ng renewable energies nasa 5,000 megawatts ito guys, no? Tatapusin nila by year 2025. Kaya maganda ito para sa growth stories ng ating ACEN. Marami na rin tayong na-discuss na fundamentals at stock news ng ating ACEN sa ating previous na mga videos, kaya pwede ninyong i-check din yon guys. Okay? In a separate email, Philstock Financial Incorporated Senior Research Analyst Japet Luis O. Tantiangco attributed the stock's downward movement last week to profit taking. Last Tuesday, AC Energy announced that Gigasol Alaminos, a 120 megawatt solar farm in Alaminos, Laguna, went online and started supplying renewable energy to the grid. AC Energy is a unit of AC Energy and Infrastructure Corporation, the holdings company of the Ayala Group Energy and Infrastructure businesses. The energy firm aspires to become the largest listed renewables platform in Southeast Asia, targeting a net attributable capacity of 5,000 megawatt by year 2025. Ito naman yung na-discuss na natin sa ating previous na video na tungkol sa stock balita ni ACEN, itong kanilang project venture dito sa Gigasol Alaminos, Laguna, ng capacity ay 120 megawatt solar farm. Nagsimula na itong mag-operate para mag-generate ng electricity na nanggaling sa ating renewable energies o mga solar panel na kinokolekta yung heat from the sun para i-convert niya into electrical energy. At ito ay sinusupply sa Meralco electrical grid lines para gamitin ng ating mga industrial, commercial at mga residential houses. Yan naman. Okay? Tuloy natin. For this quarter, we saw a relatively strong electricity demand and tight power supply, which even led to power disruptions in Luzon. The situation may have given a boost to ACEN top line and consequently bottom line, he said. Currently, AC Energy is testing its 10th-day exponential moving average, which served as its initial support, Mr. Tantiangco said. If ACEN gives up its position above the said moving average, traders may wait and see first if it is next support at the 8 peso level, which hold before buying the share, he said. He gave the stock resistance this week at 9.42 pesos. Meanwhile, Mr. Amo placed the stock support between 8.10 pesos and 8.15 pesos, while its resistance level at 8.60 pesos. A short-term consolidation with declining volume may see ACEN trading between that range next week. Although if we see a retest of 8.60 pesos and a successful breakout, we will most likely further see a sustained uptrend with minimal barriers as ACEN draws closer to its 52-week high, he said. AMP Yarola. Yan ang ating balita kay ACEN guys. I-check ninyo ito kung korsonada ninyo habang nasa 8 peso area pa ang level ng ating AC Energy. At dumako naman tayo sa pangalawa nating nakalap na stock balita. Tungkol naman ito sa ating stock na si RCBC. At ito ay nanggaling sa ating ABS-CBN News na itala naman ito June 28, 2021. At ang topic ng ating stock balita, Japan Sumitomo Mitsui to take 5% stake in RCBC. I-check natin ang nilalaman ng stock balitang ito ni RCBC. Tokyo Japan Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group said it agreed to invest around 10 billion yen or $90.3 million in Philippine Bank Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation RCBC, taking a 5% stake as it looks for growth outside a slow-growing domestic market. Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group, Japan's second biggest lender by assets, said it saw the Philippines as a key market and cited RCBC's strength in digital banking services. The move follows its announcement in April that it would invest up to 150 billion yen in Vietnam's biggest non-bank lender, FA Credit, as it looks for growth outside a slow-growing domestic market. Ito naman yung naging catalyst ng ating stock na si RCBC. Kaya nag-uptrend rally yung kanyang price action kanina sa ating trading day. Kasi nagkaroon pala ito ng malaking foreign investor, ang ating Japan Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group, na kukuha ng 5% stake, at ang halaga nito guys nasa 10 billion yen o 90.3 million dollar ang kukuning 5% stake ng ating foreign investor kay RCBC. Kaya good thing ito para sa magiging growth ng ating stock na si RCBC. Okay? At silipin natin yung naging day chart ni RCBC. Kung mapapansin ninyo guys, lumipad na yung kanyang kandila kanina dahil sa catalyst na nagkaroon ito ng foreign investor. Pero ang medyo risky dito guys, napakalaki nung kanyang naging gap, no? Kasi mapapansin ninyo, ito yung naging gap niya. Napakataas, no? Ito siya. Almost nandito kasi yung price action niya kanina. Napakalaki nung iniwan niyang gap. Kaya medyo watch out lang kayo dito guys sa mga may hawak dito kay RCBC. At kanina baka merong naipit dito, no? Kasi pag nagrarally yung mga stock natin, yan, no? Medyo malaki yung kanyang naging pullback naman dito. Markahan natin. Ito siya, no? Nang nag-pullback siya, bumagsak ito dito. Palitan natin ng red. I-interpret natin saglit guys, no? At saka ito yung naging gap nga niya, na malaki rin yung gap nito. Ito siya. Kaya kung susukatin natin yung pullback kanina na nasa taas, no? Kung ilan ito, almost nasa 16% pala yung naging pullback dito magmula sa taas at bumaksak, no? Pero yung naging gains kanina, sukatin din natin. Almost nasa 28% pala ito. Kaya congratulations sa mga kasamahan nating RCBC Natics o may hawak na nito bago pa lumipad yung kanyang price action. Pero watch out kayo guys, baka mag-pullback pa o ano man ang mangyari dito guys, dahil nga biglang lumipad lang dahil sa catalyst na lumabas na nagkaroon ito ng malaking foreign investor. Kasi napakalaki nung gap na iniwan niya. Ang price action na ng ating RCBC o price value nasa 24.40 at ang kanyang naging gains sa trading day 28.42% naman. Okay? At ang kasunod nating stock balita, tungkol naman sa ating stock na si Ali, ang ating Ayala Land Incorporated, at ito ay nanggaling din sa ating ABS-CBN News. Naitala naman ito June 29, 2021. At ang topic ng ating stock balita, Ayala Land to spend nearly 90 billion pesos in South Coast City, the development in Cebu. I-check natin ang nilalaman ng stock balitang yan. Ito naman yung photos ng stock balita natin kay Ali, yung kanilang magiging project venture sa City Coast ng Cebu area. Basahin natin ito. Manila Ayala Land on Tuesday said it would spend nearly 90 billion pesos for its new development in Cebu, which is being carried out in partnership with SM Prime Holdings and Cebu Holdings. South Coast City, located within the South Road Properties in Cebu City, is a 26-hectare waterside development for mixed-use purposes, Ayala Land said in a virtual briefing. The development will offer seaside views and is just a short drive from Cebu beaches. It is also poised to benefit from the upcoming Cebu-Cordova Bridge, said Miana D., Senior Vice President and Head of Ayala Land Estate Group. With the South Coast City, we once again have an opportunity to make a mark and contribute to a regional and national progress, D said. With this blank slate, we can create something Cebu has not seen before, a best of both world scenario, a contemporary development with the latest urban innovations with seaside views and Cebu's beaches just a short drive away, she added. Ayala Land said the estate is only 2 kilometers away from Cebu South Bus Terminal, 4 kilometers from Cebu City Seaport, and 11 kilometers from the Mactan Cebu International Airport. The developers said that it would integrate contemporary design and sustainability in the estate, which would feature pedestrian and bike lanes as well as wide open spaces. The estate will host a commercial center called District Square, a 1.1 hectare park, residential areas as well as convention center and Cebu's first ever arena, Ayala Land said. District Square aims to tap the businesses and investors with 2.7 hectares and 11 commercial lots for sale, it said. Once completed, the entire estate is eyeing to generate about 100,000 jobs, said Ayala Land Estate Visayas Head Iris Joseph Midiana. Ito naman yung magandang part guys, na after ma-develop itong South Coast City, magkakaroon naman ng 100 jobs. Ito yung mga magiging employees sa development site na ito. Mediana said the arena and convention centers would host events that would also boost tourism in Cebu. Today, our focus is to set on a V-shaped recovery for our business and economy. We believe that our vision of enhancing land and enriching lives for more people is now relevant more than ever as we continue to build spaces that not only raise the quality of life for many but also generate livelihood and employment for great number of Filipinos, Ayala Land President CEO Bobby D said. Land development is expected to be completed by May year 2022, Ayala Land said. Medyo malapit na rin pala ito guys, no? Kasi next year na yung completion pala ng development nila dito sa itong ating South Coast City Development in Cebu by Ayala naman ito guys, no? At malaki yung budgetary dito kasi ang budget is 90 billion pesos para maitayo yung South Coast City. Ito yung photos niya guys, no? Okay? At malaki ito guys kung titingnan ninyo kasi inuulit natin, nakalagay dito that 26 hectare waterside development will be home to prime entertainment and commercial concept and will be complemented by our mixed use of serve diverse market needs. I-check natin saglit yung day chart ng ating ALI. Ito naman yung naging kanyang day chart. Mapapansin ninyo guys, merong pa-uptrend dito. Pero sa ngayon, ang kanyang status, ang kanyang MACD, bearish ito for the short term, no? Kasi bumaksak na yung blue line dito sa red line. Pero kung i-check ninyo yung kanyang pre-pandemic level, okay naman na guys, no? Dahil nga medyo malapit-lapit na tayo dahil ito na nga yung area ng pre-pandemic level. Dito siya, no? Itong pink line natin. Kaya kung susukatin ninyo, under consolidation tayo ngayon dito, no? Kay Ali. I-plot natin ng Darvas box nang dito sa area na ito. Yan naman yung consolidation area nito guys, no? Pero kung ipa-plot natin, ilang percent pa bago niya ma-meet yung pre-pandemic level, nandito tayo ngayon. Yan siya. Check natin kung ilang percent pa, no? Meron pa tayong uptrend na 20% bago natin ma-hit itong kanyang pre-pandemic level last year bago ito bumaksak, no? Kaya medyo malapit-lapit na rin ito guys. Ang huling price value ng ating ASEN nasa 36.15 at Kanina down ito ng negative 1.50%. Okay? At kasunod nating stock balita, tungkol naman sa ating stock na si JFC. At ito ay nanggaling sa ating Inquirer.net. Naitala naman ito June 28, 2021. At ang topic ng stock balita natin, Jollibee sets 20 billion pesos capital build up. Basahin natin ang nilalaman ng stock balitang ito. Manila, Philippines homegrown fast food giant Jollibee Foods Corporation JFC plans to beef up capital by as much as 20 billion pesos in the next 3 years through the sale of preferred shares as it expects to return to a pre-pandemic pace of a global store expansion by year 2022. At the company's stockholders meeting on June 26, JFC President Ernest Tanmanchong also said that in 3 years, the group would likely be able to achieve its long-standing goal of having a 50-50% split between Philippine and offshore business in terms of contribution to total revenues. About 40% of business currently comes from overseas operations. This year 2021, Tanmanchong said at least 450 new stores would be open across JFC's various restaurant brands here and abroad as a record high capital expenditure of 12.2 billion pesos had been earmarked out of internally generated funds and financial investments. In year 2022, as the world returns to normalcy, we expect to open at least 500 stores, similar to how we were doing prior to pandemic and mostly likely even higher than 500 in the succeeding years, Tanmanchong said. Itong stock balitang ito guys tungkol kay JFC, nakapokus naman sila sa recovery at saka sa pag-build up ulit kung bumalik na yung ating economy, no? Ang budgetary nila nasa 20 billion pesos naman ito. Kaya kung kursonada ninyo ng blue chip na stock guys, itong si Jollibee, i-consider din ninyo ito. Kasi maganda rin ang kanilang naging growth story dito. Okay? At dumako naman tayo sa huling stock balitang ating nakalap. Ito ay tungkol sa ating stock na si House, ang ating 8990 Holdings. Ito ay naitala June 28, 2021 at nanggaling ito sa ating Business World. Ang topic ng ating stock balita, 8990 Holdings set to launch a new project in Cubao. I-check natin ang nilalaman ng stock balita natin kay 8990 Holdings Incorporated. Basahin natin ito. 8990 Holdings Incorporated plans to launch a 45-story project by the second half of the year, which will be located along EDSA southbound corner Mayor Ignacio Santos Diaz Street. It cited this year first quarter sales for its optimism to further build residential units. The company already broke ground for Urban Deca Tower Cubao in February last year. This is definitely a positive sign that many Filipino families are still looking at a better future, and this inspires us to continue building communities that offer quality living at highly affordable prices. 8990 Holdings Chairman Mariano D. Martinez Jr. said in a statement on Sunday, with a sales value around 10.4 billion pesos, the project will feature 4,961 studio units. This will be priced at about 1.9 million pesos each, with the company offering buyers affordable payment schemes. Yan guys, no, affordable nga yung presyo nito kasi nagkakahalaga lang ng 1.9 million pesos ang kada studio unit naman dito sa itatayo nila. Tuloy natin. The development will also include 2,859 square meter commercial space. It will also be located near the MRT 3 Cubao Station, making the central business districts of Makati, Bonifacio Global City, and Ortigas Center accessible. Urban Deca sales launch is an indicator of a company's optimistic outlook for the year. 8990 Holdings reported an 18% net income growth to 1.56 billion pesos from 1.32 billion pesos in the January to March period, while consolidated revenues improved by 29% to 4.48 billion pesos from 3.47 billion pesos. Luzon had the biggest revenue contribution at 2.6 billion pesos, followed by Visayas with 958.5 million pesos and trailed by Mindanao at 878.3 million pesos. The company also said it saw a 3% hike in its units sold in the first quarter. 8990 Holdings delivered 2,634 new homes during the quarter, with 1,272 units sold in Luzon, 801 units in Visayas, and 561 units sold in Mindanao. On Friday, shares of 8990 Holdings at the local bourse declined by 2.03% or 15 centavos to close at 7.25 pesos each by Karen Concepcion G. Balmonte. Yan naman yung ating naging stock balita tungkol sa ating stock na si House, ang ating 8990 Holdings, na magkakaroon ito ng new projects dito sa area ng Cubao. At ang project na ito guys, ila-launch nila na merong 45-story project. At ito yung topic guys, no? Holding launch a new project in Cubao. Okay? I-check din ninyo ito guys. Alright, at yan ang ating mga nakalap na stock news, stock balita, catalyst, and fundamentals ng ating PSE Stock Market Philippines ngayong June 30, 2021. Magkita ulit tayo guys sa ating kasunod na video. Once again, always stay safe, have a great morning ahead, and God bless. Hanggang sa muli!